Greetings, housemates. I'm Phwop, and welcome back to my Learn to Play for the King series. We're going to be picking up where we left off at the end of Act 1. So we just wrapped up Act 1 with our minstrel, busker, herbalist playthrough. I do think you can do it with pretty much any class. Matter of fact, it would have been easier for us since we had to travel so much if we'd had a hunter. Okay, so the game's timeline is pretty tight. 14 rounds, 30 rounds. You have to continually build up your strength. And I find beginning of the chapter is the best time to do it. Since the chapter, as far as I can tell, the chapters always end in a dungeon. Is that true? Yeah, pretty much. Knowing what the quest is going to be beforehand is really important. As you saw, I almost whiffed at the end of the last one. We got up to 2 chaos just from going overtime on our quest. And there's a lot of systems to get used to here. So let's take a look at our options here before we begin. So we're a little beat up. But we're not dead. However, we're too beat up to try and tackle big fights that are level 2. Even though we're level 3 right now, which, if you've played the game, that's pretty darn good to come out of the first act at level 3. I often have a level 2. So these sanctums are a full heal and they're basically a full restore. It's like a fire silk. You get all your focus and health back. And you get special abilities to boot. So those are good. That's a resource we can tap. These level 0s are pretty much not worth our time unless they're just like a speed bump on our way somewhere else, because they do not take any movement to kill. You just have to figure out how to path through them. And any single one of our characters can take like loads of level 0s right now, simply thanks to our resistance and armor. We've got the Sanctum of Shadow, which gives us evasion and ambush immunity. Also, we've only got 3 rounds of daylight left before it gets dark. And we're level 3. The place we want to be leveling up is probably where the level 2s are. That'll be nice and safe. And then the 3s, 4s, and 5s will come out at night. There are already 4s out that come out during the day here. Like maybe, no, that's just a forest troll that's not in the forest. Going to Parade isn't a bad idea at all, and fighting nearby. We can use the inn. The inn is, once again, probably the cheapest way to restore your health based purely on gold. These tinder pouches are by far the cheapest way. So using a tinder pouch to farm is definitely one of the best ways to go about farming. We've only got 3 rounds. We probably want to do it here. These sanctums can help us. Sanctums are the fastest way to heal by far. But having 2 close together is actually fairly rare. And this level 4 desecrated church, you know, I've got the Scourge gem. I wouldn't mind hitting that up when I'm level 6 and fully equipped, I think. I don't know exactly how strong these things are, but I'm sure they're bad news. I've never tried to hit one, but it's so far away. Maybe a portal scroll could really help, as the portals can give you like the ability to jump somewhere, fight something, and then jump back at very low movement cost. Portals are kind of like a teleport for your whole group, but the range isn't quite as good. Let's check out the range on this teleport. Yeah, see, it definitely has a long but not infinite range. 2 teleport scrolls are great for finishing up delivery side quests. So, do I spend my time... So 2 things I want to do. I want to get to Parade, or some town. I want to get a side quest as soon as possible. And I want to grind during the day. Often I find you can wrap this whole quest up in like 10 turns. So you have like 20 turns to grind. But grinding during the night in the plains is real hard, and grinding during the night in the forest isn't worth much at this point. So we really got to get our day grind on. The question is, who do I want to give these bonuses to? Evasion, I think evasion is only great in larger amounts, so that'll have to go to Phwop. And that's fine, because Phwop's a little beat up, but Lethe's going to go before Phwop. Ire, I think movement is going to be best on Lethe, because Lethe's the one who needs to end their turn next to towns, and so extra movement's really going to help out there. And then Ire, there's a couple things that would be good for her. One increases your focus by 2, which is good for your mages, because none of their weapons have low focus. Yeah, plenty of options. And remember that there's plenty of sanctums out in the game. I think there's like 6 or 7. And they're all good, and if you die, you can get another one. Easy as that, except in hardcore mode, I think. So, I guess Ire, we don't want to start a fight. I don't know what that is, but it could be something good. If you have an identify scroll, you can use it to find out. There's a dark carnival. Does anyone have a carnival ticket? Sometimes you want to check around. And remember, whoever has the most luck is the one who should be running into the dark carnival. If you got a 4-leaf clover, maybe pass it along. Could even be worth it to equip a bunch of performer's gear. And another thing to remember is combats. So your movement is increased in the plains, as well as the range in which combat occurs. That is, instead of the nearest 2, it's the nearest 3 spaces, which means combat area is huge. It's hard not to involve multiple enemies out on the plains. Cazelli's Watch. Okay, so that is a city. I don't know which space it's in. Okay, it's apparently right there. Let's head there for our first side quest. Getting to Parid, that's just going to tell us what the next 3 or 4 things are, and then I already know. So let's head that way. There you see. So now we've got 2 rounds. It's really dusk already. So yeah, if we fight this Master Thief, do you see how many different groups of enemies are gonna, like, what are these hags gonna do? We might luck out and the hags might actually, we've only got 3 movement though, that's kind of sad. Yeah, I don't know what we'll be fighting here. Level 2, the Bison Tars are brutal. The Thief is level 4, a dislike. I need this full heal, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, we're gonna miss out on some grinding, but that movement bonus is gonna be sick. He's good at fleeing too. Being able to sneak or flee is pretty good. Here, this is also going to involve a ton of characters. God knows how many. I could start a fight here, but none of my other friends will be involved. But you see, it's easy to involve lots of enemies and lots of friends with fights on the plane. There's no way I'm getting past this dude, I think. I like its sneak. If I had some hermit grass, I could just walk past him. I don't. I really don't want to spin that. Let's see, sneaking. Sneaking, I think, is based on awareness. My chances are not bad. But they're not blowing me away either. I don't really want to blow a golden root just yet. But I do really want to fight. We got some sick cash. The night market is way down there. There might be one. I don't know. There's a Triclops. Yeah, there's level 4s out during the day. Those things have like 90 health. Full heal. I can take the level 2s. The Thief is one of the weakest level 4s. Okay. It's better to be bold, I hope. Okay. Yeah, since I'm gonna get a full restore. Oh, I should have spent my last focus for extra movement. Whatever. It's a waste since I get fully healed. Let's just get closer to our friends. Okay, not sure who all is going to get involved here. But this is one of our last few turns of daylight. Or I could go here. Let's err on the side of better equipment. We also got 6 movement, which is pretty boss. Okay, we got ambushed. It's only 1. It has 16 health. It could poison us, but that's not so bad. Two decent attacks. If it doesn't dodge, we should be golden. It's not trying to poison us. Ooh, we dodge. I find when you get a perfect, they're much less likely to dodge. Like, I don't know exactly what the chances are. Golden root, that's good. We just blew one of those. Okay, we took delivery, love letter to Misty Blight in the Golden Plain, boots of might. Those are one of the unlockable items, and that's pretty damn good because that's 5 strength from your boots. Kill the bridge troll. Bridge trolls are like level 4 and pretty hoss. 57 XP. Night market. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to the night market, and being on the plains is going to be pretty deadly at night. But love letter to Misty Blight. We've got teleport spells. That might be easy. Oof, so much stuff. I think it might be bugged right now. You may not have to actually bring the person with the love letter there, but I believe that is the intention of the designers. I've definitely ended up with like a delivery item in someone else's inventory. It may be this character is the one who has to do it, and if you give the love letter away, you'll end up with a love letter inventory. It's not how it's supposed to go, I believe. Okay, so we can get those boots. Here's some good armor. You notice the armor ticks up pretty strong here. Leather armor is kind of the generic good for everything. There's always an armor that doesn't increase or decrease stats. That's just good. Just good. Frost, I like ice a lot. Pitchfork, that tinder pouch would be a sick purchase. Let's see if we got stuff to sell. We usually do. Nothing as good as a tinder pouch, really. But sometimes it's not the right time to buy. Armor would be good. If you don't have good armor, then ambushing is like the way to go. You see, yeah, Godsbeard, not 9 gold anymore, but 33. Thankfully, we stocked up and we've got 10 Godsbeard, which is quite a lot. Definitely worth buying in that last dungeon. Well, it's still moderately cheap. Better weapons are real good. So freeze, remember, increases enemies' damage they take by 25%. I will say undead are mostly immune to freeze and stun. Lightning is probably the best, as lightning screws up one of their slots guaranteed if they're affected, and it's one of the worst things that can happen to you. Thankfully, it only lasts for like 2 turns usually. Probably depending on how fast you are. If you're really fast, it'll affect multiple turns. It's hard to say no. You don't actually see tinder pouches for sale very often. I'll also point out that if you find an abandoned village that you can investigate, it's like a mini encounter skill test. They tend to give you tinder pouches, sometimes more than one, and that's like one of the best mini encounters in the game. We could also meditate and get all our focus back for like the upcoming fights and pick up a better weapon. That may be... I mean, I want this tinder pouch bad. I want it real bad, but I want to win. So here you see, these are the same costs, same tier item. The staff does more damage and has 4 slots. The tome does less damage, has 3 abilities instead of... okay. But the frozen one, the tome does extra damage versus lightning enemies. There are thunderbirds out on these plains, and you never know. I do hate the... and the tome comes with AoE. I think maybe that's it. Frost staffs do more damage to single targets and tend to be all attack. I guess that's not actually true. Anyway, more damage to single targets, AoE damage across the board, and some other stuff. Freeze immunity isn't bad. Do I want that? I know Snowball is pretty damn good. Frost. So the staffs also tend to come with the incredible high damage, like cleave type attacks you see on our heavy sword. You saw on our heavy sword, where you just can't do much more than the base damage with a tome. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick up a weapon. On the plains, you tend to fight a lot of enemies at once, so I'm gonna go with this, even though it eats into our Kizash. Selling the book won't make much difference. Note we only got 4 focus back for going to meditate. If you do it at camp, I believe it's guaranteed to be all of your stuff if you have a tinder pouch running. But whatever. We gotta do what we gotta do. Bloodbirds, bison tars, thieves. Ugh. This is something about this is gonna be ugly. Anything I can do to prepare? I could ambush this bison tar, but I really actually want to fight as many things as possible, I believe. We're about as loaded for bear as we're going to get. Oh ho ho! Just like that. And she makes a noise that's a terrifying noise, really. Are we going to go for the splash or just... We've got 2 AoE magic characters, so let's just try and burn everyone down. I see the thief didn't participate. So let's look at our options here. We've got, on a perfect, we could freeze someone. It does 15 damage. It's also probably our highest chance to succeed. Here, we're guaranteed to have a chance to freeze everyone, and it targets the group. And this one targets one of our friendly characters and raises their armor. The armor raise, only if you're like taunting characters is it worth it. This one, let's go ahead and blow a point here. I think the more successes you get, the more likely everyone is to get frozen, but I'm not sure. But if we happen to perfect this, then that bird's going down. So we got frozen on the Chaos Soldier, not going to make a big difference. Oof, and we eat a huge hit there. The Bison Tar has 6 armor. And everyone else will get with... Yeah, we got plenty of magic attacks coming its way. Let's end this dude if we can. Okay. Alright guys, we got this. You need to have this. It's probably worth it to spend a focus to try and reduce their chance of dodging. The Bison Tars don't strike me as terribly dodgy, but I am going to be popping a tinder pouch. And I so don't want to lose a character at the beginning. Alright, and we get some decent armor. Yay! Talent. Ire can't afford to lose talent. She's got intelligence boosting stuff. Ire's not dodgy like Phwop is. Phwop can afford to run like kind of worse armor for a second. Let's give the dancing note to Phwop. She's the farthest out right now. Evasion is better than steal immunity. The gold multiplier, we could give that to, we could give the 4th clover to anybody. Freeze immunity. Let's just equip that there. It might be a pain in the butt to get the 4-leaf clover. Oh no, we can give it to Ire. Okay, when you can, go ahead and make sure everyone's topped up as soon as possible. Oh, let's also give Ire another teleport scroll. Oh, she's only got the portal. It's Lethe's turn. He's got boatloads of movement. Here, now we've formed the chain that lets us freely trade items. Give 2 teleport scrolls to Ire. We'll have her pick up the... Oh, I could do that right now with Lethe. I'm a little afraid the quest will be bugged. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to let Ire do it. But those Boots of Might are going to be sick. Plus 5 strength. Really going to help out. So we've got 136 cash. Everyone's looking pretty good except for Ire. And that sucks because it means we don't really want to fight anyone that could take Ire right now. We may have to chance it. And hope the thief does not go after her. And she can get a group heal off. Or I could go here. You know what? Let's fight this thief. You know, I actually want to fight these hags too. Ah, man. Right off the bat. That was exactly what I was hoping would not happen. Well, 1 chaos is no biggie. And these ladies aren't going to be much trouble. They're just looting on the cake. It's going to take 2 hits to deal with him unless I get retardedly lucky. Oh, but I forgot. My theory that they miss. Okay. My theory of missing. Yeah, our AoEs are just going to wrap up those little ladies. Okay, he robbed us. Oh, and if we don't kill him now, he's going to take that from us. So let's go ahead and just blow our fortune there. Support combat is quite good. Better than steal immunity, for sure. He just gave up his teleport scroll. Okay. A sea hag, but it's just 1 because we kind of cleared this area out, so it's a bit safer to fight here. Speed down, 26 health. I don't know what she can do to me, but since we'll do at least 1 damage, we should be able to put that debuff on her. Okay, she hurts, but she's slow. Oh, not lame. Often putting debuffs on enemies is not worth it. Stun being notably the exception. Stun and shock being incredibly good. However, if it's an attack that also deals damage, then if it's just a straight debuff, like no damage, I don't know if it's worth it. But should it also deal damage, it can be real sick. Okay, we revive her. Did we didn't get chaos for that? Maybe it happens at the end of the round. And I don't want to start a tinder pouch here. I do want to end next to a city. Thank you, crazy movement. So we can entertain. 10 gold. See, it's moving on up. All right, chaos increases. That's not great. Kind of reduces our farming time by 1, but it could be worse. We can use cash to farm here. It's probably best to use a tinder box, tinder thing. Let's figure out what this is. Oh no. Okay, the crappy thing about these guys, devious enchanters, is you can't get away. You can't focus. And it's luck based. And you tend to lose turns or something. Let's go. Oh, max focus? What? What? Generally, you just get screwed. I will tell you that mostly you get screwed. And I want to start my camp. I wonder if that's possible. All right, let's try something. I bought an extra movement point. Want to move here. Take this cash. I want probably leather armor. Oh no, talent. Talent is good. We use talent, right? Yeah, because we've got a barbat. So for cash. I want to establish my camp. Do we buy that tin? Oh, okay. Picking up this tinder pouch. I note the money is like rolling in. Things do get more expensive right at the beginning of the act, so it's hard to buy things. But you do start making a lot more money. So by the middle of the act, it's not a big deal. By the end of the act, you're like, oh, I got money to spare. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to ditch that. I like this sturdy helm. Travelers have blows. Although I should really just consider buying Godsbeard. I don't know. We've got plenty of Godsbeard. We already bought a good weapon for you. Let's up our armor game. All right, Phwop is nicely. Everyone's got 8 or 9. That's pretty good. That should help us going into the night. Services. You do want to upgrade everyone's pipe at some point. I'd love to get Ayer's pipe up to, but it's still cheap. Pipe is one of the few upgrades that does not get that much more expensive. I'm gonna do it. This dancing nettle. Gonna use that. Explore a little. And this is where I'm gonna throw down our tinder pouch. We have full health, so meditate's the way to go. Full focus. Thankfully, thanks to everyone's speedier movement in the plains. 64% chance to ambush. If not, we could get, like, wiped. I think we can soak a hit from her. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Forgot about that. This Triclops. This thing's bad news. It definitely... I don't think it can one-shot my characters, but there are no guarantees. The Sea Hag goes after everyone. There's no way I can kill it before it acts. Will I get to act before it does? Let's do this. Okay, so we slowed it. Yeah, that was the right call. If I was going to get 2 turns before it's 1, that would be great, but I'm not. The Sea Hag, our buddy, we really... Let's try and freeze everyone. Oh no, we need a group heal or we're dead. We could bust up her evasion with that weed. Could go with death, lack of death. Let's actually pop that. Okay, resist death. Let's hope that That works. Alright. Let's hope she does something non-damaging. That's... Or... Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. It's fine. Just feel free to use your focus like crazy here. Okay, he's going to get to go before that. Tries to curse us, but I believe we are immune to curse. It would be great if we could freeze this thing. It would also be great if this just ancillarily kills that witch. Did not freeze her. Will you remain slowed? I think I kind of need you to. Oh, come on. Okay. She's still... Yes. Okay. All right. That dead lotus call, that was the call. That was totally worth it. I think if we just focus on damage, we can take this thing down now. It's Ire's turn now. She'll get to rest, but everyone else won't be able to fight because they're so beat up if I don't go ahead and use a full group heal. And we should have the damage to take out this Triclops. Also, the rewards are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I didn't want to fight this fight exactly this way. Although ambushing the Sea Hag wasn't going to be too impressive. Okay, Radiant Orb. Boost party resistance. Okay, so think about this. This boosts your party's resistance. The orbs are all great, I find. It takes up your whole turn to use it. You use it from like your belt down here. You're going to need this against enemies that do magic damage. Most enemies that do magic damage are also resistant themselves. So you should probably, if you're going to waste a turn boosting your resistance, put it on someone who does magic damage themselves, like Ire, because her attack's going to be least effective in the situation where you're going to want to use this. Boom. More speed and awareness. None of my people use awareness. That's for bows and spears. Speed doesn't hurt. Lethe doesn't need it. 2 armor, 3 evasion. Should definitely go on her. Gathering Bonnie. Party heal and gather herbs. Lose some speed, +1 find distance. This makes you an herbalist, basically. Obviously, my herbalist does not need it, but if there's anyone who has just a crappy helmet, I mean, the party resistance isn't fantastic, but I do hate to lose the speed. Find distance is pretty good, though, and gathering herbs is rock solid. Plus, having 2 characters with party heal is nothing wrong with that. I don't think I'll equip it just yet, but let's keep that one with us. The gathering herbs is not shabby. I suppose technically you can just wear things like that so that you end your turn with it equipped, but switching out that much armor and equipment just seems real lame to me. Okay, we actually took out the Triclops. Wow, we are legend. Do I want to give cash to anyone? Let's go ahead and give it to Lethe as we pass by. Rest, get that hit point up, and now it's dark and things get worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy crap, how does he have so much movement? Boots? Did we get more movement in the dark or something? Like, I don't even know. Oh, maybe it's because he's level 4? Either way, darn, did we get some movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. If we fight here, we'll actually pull all. We'll pull all the enemies. He'll be able to get to the campsite, and Yeah, this seems good. The forest troll isn't so scary. The bone bard is obnoxious, and we'll actually only have to fight one stupid vampire bat. I'd love for him to have more focus, but we've only got 2 gold roots right now. Ire's about to level up and is apparently still resistant to death. How long does that last? Also lethargic. No one has a Hag's Bane. Buried artifact is a strength test. Burn that golden root, son. Lethargic isn't good. Okay, play it safe. Never know what you're going to get. None of our people are that keen on using such a thing, though Phwop and Ire have 70. Pretty decent saleable item, really. Okay, let's pick a fight. Everyone's at least got health. This bat. The bard is what I want to take down first. It's not resistant to anything, but it probably has distract and other obnoxious abilities. And while you have a... if you plan on resting and regaining your health, you always get 2 focus. So just make sure you're down by 2 focus as long as you have a Tinder Pouch active. And if that means that you can guarantee some sick attacks, do it. One thing the Bone Bards can do is increase their party's attack, which really, really blows. We are going to get some actions before the Bard comes around. Lethe's already down by 2. Alright, so you see we got distracted and encouraged there. It's real painful if you only have like 2 actions. Oof, thankfully everyone's got some amount of health. If this is perfect, yeah, then it really, really makes things easy on us. Also, remember when you're fighting who will be able to heal soon and who won't, because you really want to keep that fighting up. Alright, she's all nice and restored. Lethe's the only one who might ever use a buckler. Of course, if we end our turn next to town, we could get some cash, but resting him up, whoever's got the lowest health, and we get full focus. Too bad we have to range so far. Also, the King's Maze is the final thing you tackle in Act 2, so you want to prepare for that. Anything I fight, 1, 2, 3, we'd have to have support range on both our allies. The Frozen Tome does not come with support range. The longbow does. Let's give the longbow to Ire. Sometimes you just gotta switch some weapons up. Okay, yeah. Well, everyone's in one place. Let's make sure everyone's got decent hats. I really don't like this lethargic curse. I am curious how long this resist death lasts. If I had some Hag's Bane, that would be sick. Lethe does need to sell some stuff. And Ire, gotta remember to teleport her next round. Okay, with longbow equipped, I could fight this bone bard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And include both my companions, right? Because he's got, yeah, the friendship ring. I gave it to him because his weapons are almost never have support combat range. What is that? Sunny Birth. course, if there's crazy stuff over there, I don't have any way to segregate these enemies. Oh, we stumbled across the catacombs. That is a level 4 dungeon, so that's a nice little 4-room. Usually it's like 2 fights and a treasure chest. Definitely worth going into to up your game. Yeah, okay. Triclops infant. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff I'd have to fight. Should I choose to? I do want to. There's mage. Crag hulks. I dislike fighting crag hulks. Crag hulk. Crag hulk. Fighting all these guys at once does suck. 64% chance for an ambush. Notice that all my friends are going to be involved. Let's pray for that ambush. Oh, this could be bad. Alright, distraction fizzles his whole attack. The Crag Hulks suck because they are so resistant. The Bone Bard's going to make everything a pain in the butt, and the Triclops Infant... Yeah, guys, this is a little more serious than I was hoping for. But that's what happens when you take serious risks like I did. If we succeed, it won't be too bad. Notice the Crag Hulks are like immune to everything as well. 8 splash damage. Or 11. Alright, let's focus them down one at a time. Weakest enemy first. Got some splash. I'm down with that. At least the least damaging enemy got the first, like... The infant's the slowest. The Crag Hulk. Crag Hulk's bad. So we might be able to freeze these other two with the Frozen Tome. Crag Hulk is immune to that. It's the one that's going to take the most work. Let's just be about it. That was pretty damn good. And if he's just going to attack me, fine. Ouch. That interrupted my action, setting back his action. Ow! Oh. Somehow still resisting death. We can up our evasion here. Party heal. You can do a heavy draw. 50% chance for each of those. 70% chance for 18. Physical damage. Oh yeah, I can't freeze these guys. Let's take out the Bone Bard if we can. Okay. No more splash damage coming our way. Let's take out the Crag Hulk, if possible. It's tough, but it is not dodgy. Come on, Minstrel, give us an assist here. Damn it. Okay, we got that. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 20 damage sucks. Time for that party heal. You can't, if you don't have innate party heal, you can't freely switch items as much, which does suck. Okay, so just muddling through these first couple like higher level fights is totally fine, guys. You're building your way up. No. Stupid AoE splash damage interrupts everyone else. Thank you for that dodge against the really hard hitting one. And he's so slow that it's not the worst, but it's definitely not good. So this is where you see speed really paying off, and we got this. We only need 2 successes. And we knock him all the way down the road. That actually went fairly well. It wasn't fun. I won't say I liked it. This will increase our talent and luck. I'll take that. Golden root. My two-handed wielder, I often like to have a bit of focus, but Phwop's the one who doesn't have any right now. Wow, we totally rocked that. So note that the camp stays up for a little while, 2 rounds. And it's definitely worth just getting your money's worth. Rain, I think, slows you down. Okay. Definitely time to teleport to Misty Blight in the Golden Plains. Let's deliver that leveler. 4 extra physical damage plus 4 strength. Gonna collect it, leave, teleport right back. We're close enough a portal spell might have worked, but I'm fine. I'm fine with. Portal scrolls I think are a bit more useful. So now we've got some sick boots for you, sir. Yeah, get that strength up to 76. His leather greaves we can give to, well, what do we have here? Explorer's boots. Those are nice. Leather greaves, already have them. Okay, okay. We don't, so now I need to fight some stuff. Or pick up some better equipment. That is... I would like to not be lethargic, I'll admit. I would also like to tackle this catacombs, but fighting, like... Yeah, 2 waves without healing is a little... Must admit, that doesn't sound like fun. Okay, I'm gonna send her to town. And we're probably just gonna buy this blessing pipe upgrade. I'm just gonna buy it. All this Godspeed. Okay, so our camp is gone. Gonna equip his gathering bonnet for the +1 find range and just roam around. Level 6 ogre. I really don't want to spend all his focus, but if we're gonna take this thing, it's gonna take a lot of schmiting. 85 health and 4 armor. I do not like that. Let's slow it down. Hopefully it can't one-shot anybody, but it is level 6 and we're level 4. Ooh, she's still using that weapon? Balls. Could up our evasion, but I think we just need to focus on dealing death. Courage, keeping our damage output high. Dodge. Ouch, 31 damage. And, alright, we did more than half its health last time. Let's just keep pumping focus into this. Ouch, that sucks. 8 health. You cannot fail me here. If you're worried, spend a focus point. If it's the matter between like someone going down and losing some permanent bonus, like just do it. Especially when you're grinding early, just blow your focus, man. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what that +1 find distance gets you. All right, so we found Lucky's vault, Fergus the Mad. He's the guy who steals your loot. So I assume that if chaos gets bad, so I think it's on points 3 and 4, a Scourge awakens. We'll get the Desecrated Church first, and then Fergus the Mad stealing our stuff second. They're both awful. I do not like Sanctums being destroyed. They'll destroy Sanctums you have not yet activated, or Sanctums you have, which really sucks. Draining your special abilities and your chance at free revives. And then Lucky's Vault, although it's only level 4, they're both defeatable. I might give it a go. But this find range is helping us out. You see, I'm sticking close to my friends so that I can retreat to their loving embrace, or they can assist me in combat. Oh yeah, let's put that book back on. In is 17. Yeah, let's upgrade your pipe. Use the inn. Meditation would get me 1 more focus, but it costs 9 more gold that I don't have. I suppose it is actually a good time to sell off some bullshit items. Let's re-equip the foil hat. What do I have equipped? Steel immunity, I don't know. There are other ways to get around steel. I will tell you, one of the things you have to do in this act is go to the Forgotten Cellar, and it has a red jelly or burning or acid jelly or something, and it can eat your weapons and armor. I suggest tackling that last when you're a bit boss for it. Also, if you leave services and come back, you can get access to better stuff. I'm gonna opt for, I'm gonna go with meditation, I guess, as 1 focus is good for him. We'll end here, and he'll earn back some of that cash. Oh, come on, man. Wandering around low health at night alone in a territory that you're barely high enough level to be in is a bad idea. So we're just gonna move here. Use the inn. Resting up and picking your battles carefully at night is important. During the day, you can get a bit more wild if you feel like it. I wouldn't suggest going further than combat range unless you know you have support combat on your buddies. And both of them do. Okay. So this is about as far as I care to go. Oh yeah, pick up that God's Beard. Nice. He's got the movement, so he should definitely be the one to check it out. Oh. Alright, we don't have a choice. We got to take this risk, whatever it may be. Damn it. Now, just because he skipped his turn doesn't mean he's not useful. Thankfully, he has support. If someone ends up skipping their turn, giving them support combat range can be like a huge boon, because they can still fight. And skipping it during, see, like, we can fight this thing and he'll be involved. Just because he can't act doesn't mean he can't act. Okay, let's fight these bats. Sure. If we ambush it, yeah, let's just fight it. Ambushing swarms kind of sucks because you only get to fight 1 of them, and generally kind of the point of fighting swarms is that you can actually get a lot at once. Oh my god, they all dodged? What? That is ridiculous. Okay, that's good. And one of them froze. Let's just try and knock that one out. Bleeding does 6 damage occasionally up to 3 times before it wears off. Bleeding's bad, but it does not happen as often as fire. And sometimes you can just finish a fight before it even triggers once, which is great. And because someone's bleeding, and I'd like to avoid all that, if we can just finish this up quickly, that would be great, guys. Oh, come on, don't. And it could happen at the end of anyone's turn. You can only bleed so much. But it looks like you're going to get away without taking a bleed hit. That's very nice. Oh, and Hagsbane. Okay. That would help us avoid curse. Oh, lots of Hagsbane. Lethe right now is immune to curses, but your primary damage dealer is like the worst person to have a bad curse on. She can just stay there and heal a little bit. Because he has to skip his turn. We're just going to be roaming around nearby. Getting to the night market would be good now that I think on it. We don't have any cash though. Ah, but see, getting ambushed, that's great. That's fine. We might be able to rock this thing's... Oh, 80 health. Slow is something that most enemies aren't immune to, although I have seen plenty of enemies resist it. It is immune... It's not immune to freeze. But it did resist it. No point in wasting focus on this thing. We should... It'll get one attack off, like, guaranteed. And it hurts. And it double poison? Oh, you dick. On Lethe. But, see, yeah, we're gonna... Nice perfect there. Does trigger Frozen, increasing his damage. And guaranteeing we're gonna take this thing out. No way. If you see the cure or restore ability, it'll cure poison, I believe. It won't remove all statuses, which is a shame, but... awareness. 2 armor. It comes with armor pierce. It's really not that good. We should sell it sometime. Okay, she doesn't have much health. I would like for her to have more health so that she can participate in fights better. He'll get to go next. We could fight that. 1, 2, 3. There's no way Ire can be involved. Set up another camp. Look, guys, smoke them while you got them. Nothing worse than being in a roguelike and not using up your healing stuff and getting killed. Like, having a ton of healing shit and then dying is the dumbest and most painful way. Okay, we've got 5 movement. We do have 2 Panax. We could go to a healer. Probably cheaper. But it costs a bunch of movement. Still, generally it's worth it. I would burn a teleport scroll first. Okay, not blessing, but yes, healer. Because 2 Panax right now is 50, and we just paid like 33. Plus we already own this Panax. It's just going to get worth more and more. And then the teleport. Because I do want to fight this bone thing. Did that take up one of my actions? No, that was a freebie. Portals do actually take up movement. When you stepping into a portal costs a movement, but using a teleport scroll is free. Okay, a boner camp? Well, who am I to naysay their title? Yep, definitely a boner camp. Level 5 giant skeleton. Oh, Jesus, 3 of them? And 105 health each? Oh, we are... It's time to use that orb. Right? Did my orb get... Don't we have an orb? I don't like this at all. Okay, it's definitely time to burn some... Ugh, I thought it was dodge. I was hoping it was dodge. Okay, I really want these guys all iced up. Because I need to burn those the hit points as fast as possible. They're level 5. It's a shame. It's not like they're immune to it. Okay, we need like at least one of them dead as fast as possible. Oof. Oh. Yeah, okay, so we're really pushing it here. Thank you for all the dodge. And thank you for rolling poorly. 11. So he missed half, so they definitely do like 22 damage to me despite my armor. On a good roll. The AoE is tripling my damage. Encouraging. Alright, that's good. That's very good. Okay, we're going to try and take advantage of this. Okay, thankfully they're just not very good at what they do. But yeah, now we're going to have someone... And they're not dodgy. She's just got to stay on top of that heal. This one's no longer frosted. Oh, come on, dude. Okay. We have a chance to get through this, but if they all target the same person, we're bonered. Thankfully, they're kind of slow. Yes, yes, yes. That was great. That was great. Okay, everyone's got enough health to survive one more hit. That was not the time I need you to flub it, but whatevs. I think we're gonna pull this one out. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, distraction. We're not going to use a full heal because we have a camp ready for us, and we should all get plenty of actions to wipe this thing out. Whoa, that was a much worse fight than I thought. Just like everything I've been doing the last... Oh, but we are reaping the rewards. Frozen Tome has really been paying off. But the extra damage from the Frost Staff. When you're ambushing people, it's better to have single target high damage, and when you're fighting lower level, kind of farming lower level enemies, I think the Frozen Tome is better. So I'm going to switch over to that. Yes. Yes, good. Yes to good armor. +3 awareness isn't doing anyone any good, and the 5 evasion is fine, but I would rather have the armor on him. Whew. Okay. I wish I could give him one more movement point, but whatever. That was a worthy combat. We could fight this undead knight. Let's do it on Ire's turn. As Ire could use a heal before we go into any kind of combat. 25 hit points because she's got pipe level 1. Ambush or roulette these vampire bats? They're just level 3. I think we got this. All right, so now 64% chance. Don't waste it. Yeah, see. No bats, no problem. All right, he's got 12 armor, which is pretty sick. If you see if anyone has a shield, like, you can trust that their stats are kind of based on what they have equipped. You can also get basically anything they have equipped, or yeah, I do love that you can do that. Let's focus him down. He is like level 5. The bat's only level 3. Here's where it's nice. So Frost Blast, 77% chance, 20 damage. If you get a perfect, it's a freeze. Ice Bolt, it's guaranteed to give a chance at freeze, and the damage is 50% higher, but your chance is also reduced by 25%. And then Snowball is just a stun on a perfect, which is pretty brutal. Except it's guaranteed stun, which is nice. But you do have to focus a lot of energy into nailing that snowball. And right now we don't have it. So I'm going to hit him with the freeze. If it doesn't kill him outright, which would be great, then it'll give a good chance to freeze and do a ton of damage. Yeah, also, a lot of the heavier armed enemies tend to try and stun you, which sucks. Yeah, we can totally take him out if we kill this bat first, but yeah, they are dodgy. Probably gonna turn this video into a 2-parter. It's got that empty helmet. I love the physics they added to this game. If we get a perfect here, it could die, but really I expected to take 2 hits, so I'm not too worried about it. Nice. There, see, that wasn't so bad. Phwop got a little beat up, but also leveled up. And it is daytime. Sadly, that means the night market closes. But gladly, we did farm pretty successfully. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Always need that one more movement. Gladly we did farm to our heart's content over the course of the night. I want to get back to this camp before it expires. And we made pretty good. We did pretty good, guys. We survived the night. That was through some really serious fights. Any one of those could have ended your playthrough. Trust. What is that? That was like the weakest sauce ever. I want this freeze really bad. Oh, and we got a perfect. That's incredibly unlikely. We're not going to wipe it out before it acts, so let's not risk whiffing. Ouch. It hurts. So she's in one-shot territory, but this thing should be dead. And she is near Parid. Nice, 39 damage crit. And we get a lance. Lances are really, really, really good weapons. Awareness character. I think it is the Barbat is definitely, well, okay. He doesn't have awareness, or I'd definitely give it to him. But in this case, I'll take it. Ooh, I do like the tower shield. Note that they give party armor and your own armor, stun immunity, and steady, which gives you resistance to the ability to shrug off a hit completely. So I'd love to get a great one-handed weapon for him. Meditate. Last chance. I could just rest here. Oh, but she doesn't have extended combat range anymore. Hmm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1. Everyone will be involved if I just pick a fight here. There's those Thunderhawks. Didn't the frost weapon do extra damage against extra versus lightning, and we will be fighting numerous birds, or is it just a Thunderhawk? It is a single Thunderhawk. There's no party image. In which case, let's just... yeah, let's push our luck. Let's go for it. I could try an ambush. I don't think the Thunderhawk will be that bad. I hope. Ouch, I say. Okay, this is why the Lance is so good. Splash damage and stun. What? Also heavy thrust and a regular attack. But you do have to get a perfect for the stun. But the splash damage is guaranteed, and the stun can apply to everyone, which is crazy good. Now I'm only going to hit this Thunderbird on a perfect, is its awful, awful game. So mostly... and this guy's immune to stun. So the splash is almost certainly going to miss him. I only have 13% chance to roll perfect. So we're just going to go for that sick damage. Nice. It's going to take 2 hits to kill him no matter what. No point in wasting a focus. Okay, stay back. You triclopsing mother. Oh, what's this? Well, that should be the end. Yes! And it never gets a chance. I'll take it. Okay, this guy, it is worth burning 1 point of focus, I think, to try and annihilate these stupid things. Your chances of getting perfects are just... if you stun or daze them, though, they are easy to hit. Or I could just... party heal. Let's party heal. I think my camp's going to go away. I have a lot. I'm going to burn 1 focus and hope for a crit. But at least we hit it. Looks like we get zapped in return. Her chance to hit is like none. None-ya. But it's worth rolling, you know. Encourage is so good against these enemies that are impossible to hit. Yeah. See, that was the difference between totally whiffing and hitting it. Also, if you just have a... hunters are very good against him as well. Curved bow. That's pretty sick. Anyone with fewer slots that you can actually focus, it's pretty good. Let's put that on her because it has support combat range. Okay, we are doing fine. So fine. Got that, got that. There's a little bit of chaotic land over here. I assume the Purify Scroll could take care of that. We can finish up in town. Let's do so. Okay, you can't focus this. -1 chaos, nothing, +1 chaos. The +1 chaos can screw you over so bad, so bad. And someone's got a 4-leaf clover, so I'm just gonna wait for them. Quest objectives: complete these objectives in any order. Kill the Mind Lord in the Rogue Isles. Alright. Purge the Lich's Crypt in the Golden Plains. Find and solve the Forgotten Cell in the Poison Bog. This one you pay attention to, because wherever this is centered is about where the Forgotten Cellar will be. Having a torch plus find range can be really helpful in finding the Forgotten Cellar. But if you forget or have no landmarks as to where the Forgotten Cellar is, it can like cause you to go overtime and lose. So I'm saying, oh look, it's like southwest of Joneberg. And then there's another objective after that, guys. You gotta keep on it. Let's pick a quest and then wrap up this particular mission. Kill the Lightning Crag. All right, we know we can kill those. 118 gold. Quiet Jetty. Return to Parid. Kill the Master Thief for 48. That's not bad. Not remember, thief type enemies will run away. Kill the Ogre for 48. This one is pretty tempting because the Luminous. Oh, that increases awareness. And something else like party resistance or something. I forget. It's a very good artifact, but not for us. Because they don't plan on using awareness items unless, I mean, obviously the spear is awareness and it's pretty sweet, this lance, but we're going to ditch it for probably a minstrel weapon sometime soon. So then it's a matter of the gold, and this retrieval is pretty sick. We do have, what, 2 more teleport scrolls, perhaps? Got a portal, no teleport scrolls. Check the market. 1 teleport for 53, but that's half the cost. Okay, so forget about that one then. The Lightning Crag then? Master Thief would be easiest, but the Lightning Crag is... The Ogre is the hardest. It's high level. The Ogre is the highest level. Let's go with the Ogre. I feel like the Ogre didn't actually appear. Do I have to find it? That seems... Oh no, there it is. Oh, she is the one with the 4-leaf clover. Oh no, Ire is. Oh, it ended her turn. I was actually gonna rest and heal, guys. Thanks for asking. When you accept a side quest, it'll end your turn if you don't have any movement points left. I totally forgot about that. It feels like a bug to me, but we want Lethe to get over here before we fight that thing. A Master Thief is actually something you can plausibly fight on your own. It just might steal your tinder pouch or something awful. So let's make no bones about it and try and annihilate him in 2 hits. I always expect him to dodge at least 1 attack, but there you go. And we got 53 gold for it, which is pretty good. 59% chance, so this is 80, 94% chance for nothing bad to happen. Or 95? There's a percent missing. Whatever. I'll take that. Yes! And this is why having people die is not always the end of the world. Okay, we took our quest, but what goodies are there to have? Splendid collar, yeah, that's fine. Ebony loot, Symphony's good, Curse Immunity's good, 10% XP, whoa, I don't even know what Pesante do. I assume Basso is just damage. I want that. Horned Helm, I want that. Town Guard armor, what is our current armor looking like? 5 and 3, Town Guard. And then Phwop actually has gold we can pile on here. Ivory loot. +1 party resistance, plus 50% damage against dark. Not sure what that is. Party heal, 2 health regen, 50. This has a lot of goodies. It's also pretty. But you can see it's a lot less expensive than the ebony loot. I think the ebony loot is definitely... This is an AoE that does like 19 damage. Which is pretty sick. We're gonna go ahead and buy that. I'm gonna give it to Phwop. Phwop's gonna give up this lance. Lance is sick, but XP multiplier is pretty good, especially on the person who doles out free XP to her friends. Lance is worth 56. Yeah, that's how you can tell it's really damn good. I can give it to her. I would say this loot's a bit better, but sturdy helm. What kind of helms are we looking at over here? She's got Scholar's Cap. Let's give it to her so she can compare and contrast. I try and always have a weapon with support combat range on my people. Okay, the longbow. Curved bow better than longbow, so we can ditch that. Lance is... Yeah, let's take the lance. Frozen Tome is starting to look pretty small. I think the Frost Staff and the Curved Bow are on kind of the same scale. Yeah, the Frost Staff's a little weak here. The Frozen Tome's a little weak. Let's stitch the Frozen Tome. She is spec'd mostly for intelligence. Let's trade that out. 1 point is not worth very much. Support range. Let's keep this Frost Staff for now. Horned Helm. I do like the Horned Helm. Damage reflection, nothing wrong with that. It just means whenever someone hits you, they take that much damage. In melee, I believe. I think it's physical only. The Great Torch is pretty sick, really. But I think we've passed that one's. Mage shoes are no joke. I would like those. Okay, our game is up. Chaos is reduced, which is great. Godspeed. I've wished for Dancing Nettle like numerous times during this playthrough, but Golden Root is what I'm really running low on. And I seem to have a decent amount of Godspeed, not that you can ever have enough. Oh man, buying these things in advance sucks. Let's just hold off. Oh, you know what I could do? I could upgrade her pipe. If I just get, what, 88 more? That would give me 90. Alright, let's commit. Efficient group heal's totally worth it. Ooh, I would have liked to have used the inn. But I'd pretty much have to sell the lance to do that. And then I'd be using this curved bow, which definitely isn't worth it. 6. So I guess we want to end our turn in the wilderness. A chance for an herb, but no dice. Alright, we timed that just about right. 2, 1. Looks like we can all get into this fight with this ogre. We've taken an ogre. Ooh, it's a camp of ogres. Why you gotta do me like this, game? I feel like this is brutal even for you. We're low on focus, high on healing. Well. Okay, a Bison-Tard champion that we can all partake of. I'm glad I moved her over, otherwise I would not have been able to. Let's go for it. Alright, immune to stun, 42 health, and does damage kind of like that. Okay, so Basso, single target with potential splash. This is like super broken loot. Pesante has 5. Alright, so it goes from 3 to 5 slots. Chance to succeed goes down, but damage goes up by 35%. It's pretty good, especially if you spent a focus, you'd be really dishing it. And then Symphony is guaranteed area. Oh, and that's single target. And this is a guaranteed area 19. That's a lot of splash. Let's. This thing is pretty resistant. 25 with the lance, and what other weapon do we have? That heavy sword. Yeah, we shouldn't need it. And we got a lot of damage up in this John. I'll note that Encourage also helps people use weapons they normally wouldn't be able to. Because while they may whiff it, you do kind of like often get a freebie. That was pretty cool. Right now, she's using an equipment that requires awareness. 3 resistance, 4 evasion. Do I want to give up 2 armor? Let's do it. Evasion would be really nice against ogres. Okay, does anyone need to... Can he use any herbs that will help? Not really. Let's hope it's not 3 ogres, like that stupid boner camp. Yeah, okay. We can deal with this. Not that direwolves aren't bad. And we need a group heal, faux show. But they don't have enough health to survive a successful one of these. Oh, come on. I could get that splash damage right here, guys. But then the ogre might kill Phwop. And they might dodge it anyway. Alright, there you see it goes from 19 to 26 health. That was pretty good, and Courage would have made it perfect. Distraction, so good. Not as useful against enemies that have a large number of slots, but still good. You see how much that like really saved our butts. Okay, we're gonna focus on him. She's gonna use this splash stun madness to wipe out the minions. And then I believe, whew, just enough damage. Alright, we get money. I'm going to give it to Phwop as she's the one who's actually in town. She's using this thing. Talent? Yeah, give me talent. Keeping boots that give you poison immunity is a good idea because the swamp is definitely full of bad. Yeah, sick boots. Yeah, get my heal back. Actually, let's give it to her for now. Scholar's Wart. He's already got one. Yeah, that worked out. Nice day. Gives you 2 movement back, which is great because it'll put us next to Parid. I wonder if that counts as a town. And he entertains for a good 12 gold. Alright, the Golden Plains, day 3, morning. Alright, look guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We wrapped up our both side quests. We went through the first 10 rounds of Act 2. We still have to purge the Lich's Crypt, find the Forgotten Cellar, kill the Mind Lord, all that nastiness. And then there's one more thing after that, which I can go ahead, spoiler alert, is to tackle the King's Maze. It's a level 6 dungeon, it's very long. You definitely want to get into it with only 1 or 2 chaos at most. And then we've picked up excellent tier weapons, except for him. So what I want to do now is I want to pick up better weapons. We have improved our armor a good bit. I want to break into the next tier of armor, really. Leather armor is the weakest we could be using right now. We did a really good job of ecking our way through the night and killing stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so it's all about improving our equipment, surviving to higher levels. Ideally, I would like to be level 8 or 9 by the time I'm tackling the King's Maze. 9 is... you might turn 9 during the King's Maze and be pleased with that, but... And we're going to have to pick up a boat. Like right now, we could go after the Mind Lord and the Cellar. But I would like to hit the Catacombs as part of my grinding. I'll note there are 2 places to get boats over here. And where's the Lich's Crypt? We might just fight our way across and down to the Lich's Crypt, pick up a boat, sail our way over here. Or ideally, actually here, I would probably fight my way down, portal up here, grab a boat, sail over. I could get a boat here. But yeah, like ideally we would like to farm here where the enemies are weak and give pretty good loot. Maybe even into the night. We basically had 2 days to accomplish this quest, and we've still got a day and a half left. Is there anything else to consider? Oh, what about side quests? If I go this direction, I guess I could pick up side quests in the bog. I just hate being in the bog because the bog, you have a lot less mobility. There's a lot of poison. Generally, fighting in the bog can really slow you down, so I prefer to just strike into the bog and out, and not even worry about side quests and stuff in there. Alright guys, anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked up some tips and tricks. We tackled a couple fights that were really intimidating. And while we didn't need all that much luck to muddle through, but it was pretty close. Things could have got pretty hairy if the enemy had been incredibly lucky and we had been incredibly unlucky. But that's it for the beginning of Act 2 for the King. I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, my friends, farewell, and remember, it is all downhill from here.